Princess Leonor at White House, Trump's $200 million ballroom reveal. The White House. The flags. The cameras. Everyone expected a routine visit. But what unfolded shocked even seasoned reporters. Not only did Princess Leonor arrive with elegance and power, Donald Trump himself unveiled something no one saw coming. A $200 million ballroom. And the world is asking, why now, and why here? Breaking news atmosphere. Washington was already buzzing with anticipation. The arrival of Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, was monumental. Standing beside King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she represented not only Spain's future crown but also a new generation of monarchy. But when Trump personally welcomed them at the White House, the day turned from diplomatic routine to historical spectacle. And then, the stunning reveal, the announcement of a $200 million ballroom project inside the White House grounds. What does a ballroom have to do with Leonor's visit? Why was this moment chosen? Later in this video, you'll see how insiders connect the reveal directly to Leonor's growing international presence. Leonor's role in the visit. For Leonor, this was more than a political trip. It was her first major entrance into the power corridors of Washington as an adult royal, carrying herself with the grace of a future queen. Her white formal attire, her confident stride, and her composed wave told a story of preparation and destiny. Crowds lining the streets cheered her name. American commentators compared her poise to historic figures like Jacqueline Kennedy. For Spain, it was a moment of pride. For Leonor, it was a stage unlike any other. And here's the question, was this simply diplomacy, or was the White House itself signaling something deeper? The $200 million ballroom reveal. Then came the shocker. Trump turned the visit into a stage for unveiling his plan, a $200 million White House ballroom. He described it as a project meant for history, unity, and the future of state visits. But whispers immediately began. Was this timing coincidental, or was it carefully planned to align with Leonor's presence? Think about it, a ballroom, a space for leaders and royals, announced on the very day the future Queen of Spain stood on American soil. Later in this video, we'll uncover the symbolic meaning behind the ballroom and why some say it was designed with royalty like Leonor in mind. The royal family's reaction. King Felipe stood tall, his expression reserved but proud. Queen Letizia, elegant as always, smiled with composure. Yet it was Leonor who stole the moment. Her eyes took in the grand announcement, and her calm nod seemed to tell the world, she understood the magnitude. Observers noted how closely Trump's team positioned Leonor in the photographs, front and center, not hidden behind her parents. The message was clear, this was her moment as much as it was Spain's. But what did Spain's palace insiders say privately afterward? Their words might surprise you. The global significance. This event was not just about Spain and the US. Analysts across Europe and Latin America pointed out what this meant. Leonor is no longer just a young princess. She is now a global figure, shaping diplomacy at the highest level. The ballroom reveal became a metaphor. A new space for a new era. A stage where the next generation of leaders, royals, and visionaries would meet. And yet, the timing raised questions. Was this a sign of America recognizing Leonor's rising influence? Or was it Trump himself attempting to align his legacy with the future Queen of Spain? Later in this video, we'll dive into why European monarchs are quietly paying close attention to Leonor's Washington debut. The emotional undercurrents. Beyond politics, there was humanity. Leonor, just 19, walking the most powerful halls of the world, representing centuries of Spanish history while still being a daughter and a young woman. Queen Letizia was seen reaching for her hand at one point, a quiet gesture that did not escape the cameras. King Felipe spoke softly to her during the arrival line, as though reminding her, "This is your future." The ballroom announcement may dominate headlines, but the deeper story is this: Spain's future queen stepping into her destiny on an international stage, under the brightest spotlight. The people's response. In Spain, televisions replayed her handshake with Trump. In the US, commentators marveled at her composure. Social media erupted with clips, captions calling her, the royal of the future, and, Spain's shining star. And in Asturias, her homeland, bells rang in celebration, not for a building in Washington, but for the daughter of Spain who carried their traditions into the world. The White House visit will be remembered not for politics alone, not for marble halls or golden chandeliers, but for the image of Princess Leonor standing proudly, as though already crowned by history. A ballroom revealed. A princess received. A world reminded that history often writes itself in unexpected ways. Trump may have unveiled a $200 million project, but the true unveiling was of Leonor herself, no longer just Spain's heir, but an international figure of grace, strength, and destiny. And when the lights dimmed at the White House that day, one truth remained: the future of Spain's crown had taken its place among the powers of the world. Princess Leonor at the White House. A $200 million reveal. But more than politics, more than marble, this was history written in the quiet strength of a future queen.